Oh my gosh! I cannot believe that. All right, I got this NOCO GB40 Boost Plus, and it's a 1000 amp version. And I had a little Walmart guy, but that worked as long as the battery wasn't like super dead. But it's been letting me down lately. I've been having some battery issues. Another issue in my van too, so I'm gonna have to try it on that. So, all right, you can tell it's not starting. Okay, I bought this to take camping so I didn't get stuck. Cause my other battery box I had for like 3.5 years kind of wasn't doing the trick on the last camping trip I was on. I needed to get a jump, so that was in my van. This is my Honda. I don't know why this is dead, but anyway, I didn't buy it for this reason, but here we go. All right, I'm just gonna give it a go. Still not. Hey, there we go. That worked. All right, I had to turn it over a couple times, but it did work. All right. Did the trick. It was just plug and play. All I did was hit the power button and it went on. It does have a light, which is pretty cool. Has a USB port for charging on the right and for, you know, running your phone or whatever. That should have a little rubber cover. It's already ripped off, so I don't know if that's a quality issue or a person who sent it back issue, but thank you, NOCO. You got my car started. All right, my battery in this van is shot. Took it camping, had to jump it, eat after just sitting for a couple hours in the day. First, I'll show you that the van won't start on its own. It's just barely showing 8 volts, so I'm not even sure this is gonna work, to be honest. It may just be too dead, but we'll give it a try. So if this starts it, I'm gonna be super amazed, I'm not gonna lie. All right, give it a shot. All right, come on. Oh my gosh! I cannot believe that. Oh. Dude. Phew. This thing would not even turn over. So now it's showing half battery, which makes sense after what it just did. Wow. I'm really impressed. This thing wouldn't even crank at all. All right, so this is the little EverStart I've been using for the last 3.5 years. Definitely got me out of some jams, even camping, where, you know, one of the kids left the light on and the battery wasn't like just like shot, but I could get, you know, this would turn it over, you know. But this one today, it wouldn't even crank. There was not enough voltage, it was only 8 volts. But this thing got it going, and that's really impressive to me. All right, I gotta jump this thing again. I'm stuck at my dad's house, so let's see. Hopefully it works again. Got those lights working. Ah, struggling this time. Yeah, there we go. All right, and look at those little lights. Those are cool. That works so good. All right, so probably one of the only things I'm not super thrilled about on this NOCO Boost GB40 is that the charge cable is USB mini, which my phone has USB-C, so I gotta keep a different cable around. As you saw in that night jump, I really like the lights. You have a couple options, higher, lower, and a flashing emergency one. Alright, so the NOCO Genius 10 and the NOCO Boost GB40 is like very similar casing. This one's a tiny bit shorter, or depth, not quite as deep, but super similar, very robust, both of these. If you're familiar with the Genius series at all, the Boost series seems to be. very similar. So different color casing, a little bit different size, but basically the exact same build. So I'm stoked on that. Bar graph is similar, so obviously this is being charged, whereas this one, the bar graph shows the battery it's charging, but same style layout. Okay, a couple other things. This little guy is gonna blink red if the boost is too hot, the unit, and be solid red if it's reversed, if the cables are reverse polarity, you know, the alligator clips are on the wrong terminal. And then this thing is gonna light up white like you saw in my video. Got me jumping the vehicle, and that means it's active, it's ready to go. So if it doesn't sense the battery because the battery is too low, under 2 volts, you can override with this button. The other thing that you may have noticed in my second video, I had to crank my car 2 different times to get it to fire up, and that is apparently something that happens. Not out of the ordinary. It says if the boost doesn't start the car immediately, then turn off the ignition and do it one more time. It says not to do it more than 5 times consecutively if the vehicle doesn't start. So just a heads up, but that's what I saw with my vehicle, and it worked. So 2 cranks and it turned over. So all right, one more note on the GB40 is that the type of charger you have it hooked into to charge up is going to determine the speed. So at 0.5 amp, which this one is rated at 0.4 of an amp, this would take over 5 hours if it was empty. So it said 2 amps, it's rated at 2 amps, so it would be charged in 3 hours. So super stoked.